Titans huddling just before the start of this ball game. They're going to send Kevin Blair and Eddie McQuillan deep, and Joe to be deployed to our right, and West Catholic, of course, as I mentioned, dressed in the dark green, white jerseys, white numerals, I should say, white stripes down the side, and they'll be kicking off from our left. Tom?
Lumen Christi.
Well, Lumen Christi downfield to receive to get this Class C championship game underway from the Silverdome here in Pontiac, Michigan. As Ed mentioned, and I will re-mention it, we have a tremendous turnout from Jackson. Tom Bullocky, number 89, will kick this football off. The Class B finale, the wrap-up of the 1979 high school season, and the Class B title at stake, and the crowd roars on both sides. Here's the kick downfield. It's a shallow one. Picked up the 18-yard line by Schoenhardt. Schoenhardt 25, Schoenhardt 30, 35, Schoenhardt 40. And Schoenhardt is out around the 41-yard line. And a fine Lumen Christi Titan return on a shallow kick as he took that ball from his 19.
Down by Bullocky.
Well, a line that's been used so many times by radio and television sports reporters. Good field position, true. Bullocky, who kicked off, made the stop on him. In fact, Schoenhardt came close to getting away. First down and 10 from the 41.
First and 10.
Lumen sends Schoenhardt out here to the left. They don't split on the right side. On the 41, first down and 10. Hand off, play stop, 40. Bill Bummons' 46 is dropped in his tracks at the 40-yard line. And the middle of that Grand Rapids West Catholic line was there to greet him.
Second and 11.
You'll give the tackle to Ryan, number 74, Mike Ryan, but it was strictly a three-man hit. They just jumped him in his tracks. No gain. Well, actually a loss of one. It'll be second down 11, Schoenhardt here to the left. Brian O'Dowd, the call, takes his back to pass. He's back at the 30. He looks downfield. He throws, and it's incomplete. At the Grand Rapids West Catholic 45-yard line. It was intended for Tim Schoenhardt, number 32, and it goes incomplete. So the Titans of Lumen Christi stopped in the opening play, throwing in the second play. And now the sequence of downs of this football game is second gold.
Third down.
It'll be third down 11. Third down 11. Now we'll see what Lumen does on a third down 11. They threw on the second. The odds are they'll throw again, no doubt. Calls the shot. He fakes the handoff. He's back to wing one again. Throws an open man out here, and Schoenhardt open. Couldn't get him at the 37. Schoenhardt was open, but he overpassed him. He overshot him, actually. Too high. The flow was to the right defensively. He was open, Ed, though he had a man coming up on him, but that might very well have been
fourth down.
11 yards, at least, pickup for a first down, and now it'll be a punting situation for Lumen Christi from their 40.5-yard line. Tom Doyle back. John Zalewski back with him. Smith will kick from about the 31. The snap, and he gets it away. End over end, sailing high at the 35. Bouncing to the 30. Fielded to the 32. And down he goes. Back at the 38. At the 25-yard line. Doyle was nailed. Number 32 hit back to the 25. They'll mark it down possibly behind the 25-yard line.
Taken by Doyle.
In fact, they will. They'll put it down at the 24.
By Whalen.
Rocky Whalen made the first defensive play for Lumen on that punt. Rocky Whalen, the tackle. He was a sure tackle for the football team. And it's Grand Rapids West Catholic now with the first down and 10. Lumen Christi wearing the white jerseys tonight. Now here's Grand Rapids West Catholic with Burgess, Doyle, Rock, and Chesty in the backfield. Turn a power eye, and they go to the middle, and they get some room. They go to the 30. It's Jim Chesty, the blocking back. Rock didn't carry it. He got out to the 30-yard line. He got about 6 of the play. It'll be second down and 4. Second down and 4 for Grand Rapids West Catholic. The B title's on the line. The ball game just underway. The ball is up on the 30-yard line.
That was Yo carrying the ball. Second and 4.
Now they're in about a full house backfield. Bill Birch does handoff play, gets him 2. They went to Doyle. Well, that pass back 32. Rock hasn't carried the ball yet. He got a couple of yards to the 32. Sonarch, number 24, made the Lumen Christi stop in the play.
Third and 2.
It'll be third down and 2. Third down and 2 for Grand Rapids West. The Titans in the Opening place in scrimmage was stopped at the line. A pair of passes failed and a punt. Our eye. Rock will probably get it. He does get the ball. And he comes out to the 35, and he's got a first down. Rock got what they needed. They needed 2, and he got the 2. It was just shy of the 35, but a first down. Sarnock made the stop again for Lumen.
Ball on the 35-yard line.
Tom, you just knew that Mr. Rock was going to get the ball on that series. They faked it. They had an unknown back in there on that first play, Dave Yo, and he carried the ball on that first play, and then you knew Rock was coming.
Okay, here's Verksteeds. Handoff. They hit the middle. They hit the gut, and he gets to maybe a yard or 2. Rock was nailed as he hit him at the 37. We'll see what they call the forward progress down. They'll mark it around that 37-yard line. That was Sarnock, 24 in there again for Lumen Christi. That is his 3rd tackle of this football game. It'll be 2nd down and 7. The crowd rather still here at the Silverdome. The ball game just underway. Lumen Christi trying to defense against a fine-running football team. Berkshire hands off. The big guy gets it, 42-yard line. Mike Rock. The senior is 45 pounds, 6'2", and he hammered over the 40 to around the 42. Schoenhardt was in there also for Lumen Christi. Schoenhardt in there, and Bill Stark, 55. It'll be 3rd down. Well, if I'm reading it right, it'll be 3rd down and roughly 3 for the 1st and 10. Here's Verksteeds. He goes to the big guy, and he goes to the 40. Just got a first down. I don't believe he made it. Schoenhardt made the stop on it. It could possibly necessitate a measurement. It could. But they're going to call it 4th down and on a foot for a 1st and 10. Now, will they punt here? Will they gamble? I don't know. Lumen's defense could get a test. They might use a goal line defense in this situation, but see if they gamble. They're going to go for it from the 44. Dave Yeo, before it cut back on the wing on the left. The handoff. He gets the first down. He goes to the 50-yard line. Mark O'Dowd made the stop on him, and he got to midfield of 50, and they've been able to get the 1, 2, and 3 yards. And that's exactly the way they move the football. Since the Lumen Christi punt, they're at midfield of 50, 1st down and 10. The Falcons and the Titans battling it out for the Class B championship, and out they come again. Jim Doyle, number 32, is set off to the left. Here's Verksteeds. He goes to the big guy, and he gets 2 to the 48. Mike Rock to the 48. They just played pretty much the gut, as I mentioned, the middle, hustling to the tackle area, but they got cap on Sarnock, made the hit. The ball is on the 48, 2nd down. Now we'll call it 2nd down and 9 for the 1st and 10. No score in the game. We're in the opening period, and some of the only cable television. Patrick Petroleum, your host. Verksteeds, the big guy gets it. They've got him at the 49. He could get any place. Lumen was all over him. Tim Schoenhardt, number 32. That defensive hit for Lumen. They stopped him. It'll be 3rd down and 10. And Jerry Harkness, 73.
3rd and 10.
During this game high, overlooking the ball game tonight, but it's as good a spot as you can get anywhere in the country for a ball game. Right over the 45. This could be a passing play. This is not a passing team particularly, but they've got a passing down. 3rd and 10, full house. Verksteeds takes it back to pass. He takes, he throws. It is incomplete at the 35-yard line. Well, they dropped the flag at the 35. They're going to call pass interference on Lumen. Ed McQuillan is called for pass interference at the 36-yard line, and that will give Grand Rapids West Catholic a 1st and 10. Well, it was a badly thrown pass, Ed. It was needless, of course, it can happen, and did. The pass was very poorly thrown, really. But they get a break out of it on the defensive call against Ed McQuillan. It's the 1st down and 10, the 6-minute mark in the opening period. In other words, if the infraction not been there, it would have been a 4th down and punt. Verksteeds go to Rock. He comes wide. They've got him. He fumbles the ball. And they'll rule it, I believe. The containment will go to Grand Rapids West Catholic. He fumbled the ball. They had him hit behind the line, and Schoenhardt, 32, got him. We'll call it
2nd and 11.
To go even. 36, 2nd down, 11. Last several plays, Ed, Lumen Christi's been able to contain that big guy, Mike Rock. Christi on defense. Birch just waits, he takes. The big guy's got it. He dives, he drives his way to the 32.
Rocking to the line.
He goes to the 32-yard line before the tackle was made. We'll check the Lumen Christi back there, Bill Stark. And also Pat McQuillan in there. Fine defensive player for Lumen. He's only a sophomore. Ball at the 32.5. Third down, 8 yards to go. Around the eye, one back, set to the left. Here's the pitch back. The play comes wide, comes outside. Lumen's got the play diagnosed at the 31. Tim Boyle tried to turn the defensive left side of the Lumen Christi line. And Pat McQuillan drove him out of there. It'll be 4th down and 7. The Lumen defense stiffening here, but they've got to do it one more time. 4th down, 7. The ball's on the 30.5-yard line in Titan territory. Grand Rapids Catholic has had that ball almost at the 5:26 mark. They've had the ball quite a bit. In fact, with the exception of the Lumen Christi first containment, they've had the ball for the period. Here's a pass. Birch is back to throw. He's chased. Lumen's on him. Down he goes. He went down at the 35-yard line. Tim Schoenhardt chased him. And Bill Birch was chased. He wanted to throw on the run. It was an action throw, and they called the play action pass. But Lumen's defense stormed all over him at the 35, and the Titans have a 1st and 10.
Tom, the name of the game as far as Lumen Christi defense so far this quarter has been the fine junior halfback Tim Schoenhardt. Tom, as you've mentioned, he's been in on just about every tackle so far in this ball game for the Christi defense.
All right, here we go. Lumen Christi out here now. They have one back set off to the right. Here's O'Dowd. O'Dowd goes off to Schoenhardt. He's loose, and he gets across the 40 to 44-yard line. Tim Schoenhardt.
Schoenhardt will carry the ball.
Saw some daylight. He got it. He didn't get a first down. Stanzik. Fritz Stanzik, number 81, made the stop for Grand Rapids West Catholic. They don't have a first down, but they need one. Second down and 1. Lumen Christi will send out Mark O'Dowd wide here to the left. And out on the right, they've got Eddie McQuillan. Ryan O'Dowd calls the play. Second down 1. They're going to throw off the 2nd and 1. They do. They throw it. It's knocked down. Almost intercepted. Jim Chessie, number 44. Surprise call, Ed, but no surprise. Lumen's been successful with over the course of the season. When you figure they'll go for the middle for a yard, they'll throw for 25.
But Tom, beautiful passing situation. 2nd down, short yardage. They just had the thing set up, and just Mr. Chassie played some fine defense.
Marco down left, McQuillan right to see if they go beyond now. 3rd down and 1. The ball is up on the 44. There's a counter. Take one way, one the other, and he went up to Tim Schoenhardt. Lumen Christi moves in for a 1st and 10.
Picked up by Cook.
Lumen Christi 1st down. Their defense kept the occasion when they were called for pass interference on a key 4th down play for West Catholic, and Lumen's defense stopped them. And on a 4th down, they nailed the quarterback, and Lumen's got it. Billy Bollinger's come out. Eddie McQuillan in for Lumen. Schoenhardt just set off the left end. 1st down and 10, 4-minute mark. And they go, and he drives, and he gets some room to the 47. Warren Wells. He was hit back there, seemingly for a loss on the play, but he sojourned across the 50, down to the 48. So Lumen Christi now with a 2nd down and 5. They get 5 in the play. They're running on the West Catholic 48-yard line. Bill Bollinger set to the right for Lumen Christi. They don't spread to the left. They have one wing back on the right on a 2nd down and 5. Ryan O'Dowd takes. O'Dowd fakes. He's back to pass. He looks. He throws a screener out here and complete. Went out the well. I thought they had a screen. There was no screen set up, actually, but up the left flat, but he overshot it. So incomplete. He looked long for a moment when he pumped, and then he went to the left and threw to Wells, but incomplete, so it's 3rd down and 5. There is no score in the game at the 3:25 mark here in the 1st period. Patrick Petroleum making possible the video telecast of this ball game tonight for the Class B championship from the Silverdome in Pontiac. We believe in community involvement, the people at Patrick Petroleum. They'll slot Schoenhardt, and outside of him is Ed McQuillan. Single setback. 3rd down and 5. O'Dowd takes. He's back to pass. O'Dowd fades. He looks. He throws. Completes his forward pass to McQuillan at the 41-yard line. Nope. I am sorry for that. That was Bob Smith, 82, rather than McQuillan, 22. I read the 2, and it was an 8. But anyway you look at it, I won't apologize because Lumen got a first down. They're at the 42-yard line in Grand Rapids territory.
Tom, very good call. I don't think Bob Smith caught more than 1 or 2 passes all year. Good call by Coach Crowley.
Okay, here we go. First down and 10. We're near the 3-minute mark here in the opening quarter of play from the Silverdome in Pontiac. Full house backfield. Now the call. He takes, delays, goes to Schoenhardt. Schoenhardt gets a couple of yards, pushed his way down around the 35-yard line. Very close to the 35. He may have been denied the stripe, but he's close to it. Tom Doyle, halfback who goes both ways, made the stop for Grand Rapids. Second down 4. The 6-yard gain on the play, and the ball is on the, we'll call it the 35. Well, Lumen hasn't had the ball that much here in this period, but this drive hopefully will record a tally, at least, hopefully a touchdown. They send Wells to the right. They've got Blair, the deep back here now. They don't hike out of it. They're in the eye. 2nd 4. And he goes to Blair, and Blair twists his way to the 30, about the 33-yard line. Kevin Blair wearing numeral number 1. He's a 5'8", 155-pound junior, hit by Gary Seslico. I hope that's right, Ed Roman.
Stacco, 3rd and 1.
Stacco, well, I'm close. 3rd down and 1. Lumen Christi with the ball in the 32.5. They stopped the Grand Rapids Catholic drive, and now Grand Rapids trying to stop the Titans. The Falcons and the Titans battle it out. Here they go. It's Wells driving his way down to the 26 and a 1st and 10. Warren Wells going between the 26 and the 27 for a 1st and 10. And they've been able to, well, actually bang away at this defense. Gary Stotko, number 63, the stop on that one. We are just inside the 2-minute mark here in the opening quarter of play from the Silverdome. The ball is on the, call it the 27. Lumen Christi sends McQuillan wide to the right, and they've got Marco Dowd wide to the left. 2 setbacks are split. They take the pitch, they go over the middle, and they've got it. Schoenhardt to the 10, to the 5. He's down to the 5, the 4-yard line. Well, he just weaved with the ball. That was Brian O'Dowd, weaving with the ball, faking one way, going the other. Call it the counter, anything you want to call it. They're down to the 4. Tom Doyle stopped the touchdown, and Lumen Christi down inside the 5-yard line, Ed.
Tom, is name of the game now on offense for Christi is Tim Schoenhardt. The young man is playing like a man possessed. He's done it all so far tonight. And, of course, the Titan lineman, Pat Kelly over on that side, opened a big hole, and Schoenhardt rambled.
Okay, they full house now at the 4-yard line. We'll call it 4.5, if you will. Here's Warren Wells trying to turn. He's going to be hit. He's got him on a yard. I believe they'll put that ball down around the 3. Lumen Christi about 3 yards away from the first score of the game. Jim Chessie, number 44. A blocking back in offense, made the stop in the play. They spot the ball down at the 4-yard line. Well, we're almost at the tailgate of the period. The clock running down to 48 seconds. Lumen Christi huddling at the 15, and here they come. Front back will be Wells. Behind him, Schoenhardt. To the right, McQuillan at the 4. Here's the play over the middle. He doesn't get it. He gets to maybe the 3, and that was it. It's Schoenhardt. They're trying to hit the gut of that Grand Rapids Catholic defense, and twice they've been denied it. And now, Ed, I've got to think that they'll maybe roll and throw. Now, that's strictly surmise on my part. 3rd down and 4. We'll see what they do. If they do get a play in before this period ends, we're down to 13.
Tom, I thought I saw a hole on the left side of that line when they run that goal line offense. They go goal line right. We'll see who's right here.
All right, we'll see what they do. The clock almost running out. Here's the play. They go to Wells. Wells bangs his way down to about the 1-yard line.
Inside the 1.
Warren Wells is inside the 1, says Ed. He's very close, and that will end the period. And now it'll be interesting to see what Jim Crowley does. He believes in his team. But you've got to believe also in the Grand Rapids West Catholic defense. They're down there. Well, we'll seek to see where they finally put the ball down. But they're very close to the goal line. And will they go for the 6? The odds say they will do that. But we'll have to wait and see what they finally elect to do. 4th down. Many say a yard's easy to get. Less than a yard is easy to get, but as the man said before, and it's true, Ed, that football field gets very small down there on the 1-foot line.
But Tom, I got to think they got to go over Pat Kelly side of the line. with that goal line offense, just stack them up and send them over there. I may be wrong, but that's been their bread and butter so far this year. As you mentioned, Wells just went over that side, and I got to think Pat Kelly's going to be a busy young man on this play.
Well, we have many dramatic moments in championship games, and here is one of them. That football is about a foot away. It's fourth down. There's no score in the game. That ball is less than a foot away, and I would have to believe that ball is inches away from a chalk line. That ball is sitting so close.
In this case, it's the paint line.
Well, I'm not going to argue about that particular fact tonight. The only thing I'm looking forward to is somebody hitting the other side of it. It's fourth down, inches to go for a TD. Lumen Christi, nothing. West Catholic with Grand Rapids, the Falcons, nothing. No score. This will be the opening play here in the second period. As Lumen went down to the inside the foot mark as the clock ran out here, the opening period. Tom O'Connor reporting. Wells to beat back. Let's see what they do. They need a foot. They need 1 foot in the play, and they go. There's the dive, and he's in touchdown. Brian O'Dell kept the ball, and Lumen Christi's out in front at the Pontiac Silverdome in the Class B title game. They lead here 6-0, and look at that, listen to that crowd, Ed Roman. I'll tell you, the only thing I really wish they were on this side of the field, because we could pick up more of that tremendous reaction, which of course you'll get from Grand Rapids should they score. Here's the extra point attempt. Now the cut will attempt the extra point from the 10. And this could be vitally important in this ball game. Lumen Christi leads 6-0. Here's the snap. Here's the kick. It's upstairs, up the middle. It goes, and Lumen Christi's out in front by 7. You know, doing an average football game, Ed, it's not, I say, difficult because you have to like what you do, and I've done them for so many years. But this game tonight, and I'm telling you, I'm on the edge of the seat, and I'm pretty well positive that you are. And I'd be the last guy in the world to say I'm not rooting for Lumen Christi, because after all, if you're a Jackson, you should.
Well, Tom, I think you said it earlier. This is what the game's all about. High school athletics, the football playoffs that inaugurated 5 years ago. It's just a great thing for these young men. We've been listening to polls and the free press polls and the news polls and the AP, who was number one, and now for the last 5 years, these young men from the state of Michigan have had a chance to prove it in all classes. There's still some fallacies in the system concerning some of the undefeated teams, but I think overall we've got a real good system, and when these young men get to the Silverdome this last weekend in November, that's what it's all about. And Vern Norris and his crew from the Michigan High School Athletic Association have done a tremendous job of staging this thing, and of course you couldn't ask for a better facility than the Silverdome.
Chris White will kick off for Lumen Christi from the 40-yard line. Here it is. No downfield kick, bouncing around, bouncing high to the 25. Here's the return, 30. And up to around the 32 or 33. Dave Eo, number 42, brought it back.
Bill took that kick.
So it'll be first and 10 for Grand Rapids West Catholic, down by 7. Lumen Christi on top, and the ball is on the 36. Incidentally, Chris White, who kicked that football up, also came down to haul him in. So Christi draws the first scoring blood of the game with a touchdown on the keep by Brian O'Dowd, 7-0. High formation. Bill Birkstis, the quarterback. Here's the pitch back. Big guy comes left as Doyle. Doyle's on his feet to the 40. He's at the 45 to 46. Tim Doyle got a block, and he came across the 45 out to the 46 or 7, and Rocky Whalen finally nailed him. Good gainer there. Warren Wells also in for Lumen. It's a second down and 1. He got 9 on the run, and very close to 10. The fact of the matter is the chain crew is being brought in to determine whether or not he did make a first down. It'll be very close. And the measurement will show what, and we'll know in a moment. That ball has to be a fraction of an inch short if they did not make a first down. It is a first and 10. Lumen Christi defense called upon early in this football game when they were called on a pass interference, and they did the job. And you better believe they did the job. They stopped the drive and took the ball over and marched in for a touchdown. The lead here is 7-0. Now Grand Rapids trying to come back. Frank Lanen split wide to the right. Burks just keeps. He rolls right, fumbles the ball, and he's going to be hit at the 44-yard line. Well, I'll tell you one thing on that fumble. The ball took a good hop for him. Otherwise, Lumen would have had it. Warren Wells, number 40 in there for Lumen Christi, along with Rocky Whalen. It'll be second down and 10. No gain, no loss. The ball is just shy of the 45. West Catholic of Grand Rapids on the 45 in their own territory. Second 12. They lost a pair on the play of the fumble. Rocks the front back. Doyle's the deep back. Chassis split is set out here to the left. Here's the pitch, and they come left again. Lumen's on the play. They get him at the 48. Tom Doyle, number 32, as they turned it on, the sweep there, and Bill Stark, 55, came across to get him. Then Schoenhardt, 32, is the Christi Titans. They gained 3 on the turn, on that turn around the defensive right side of the Titan line. It'll be third down and 9. Lumen Christi's defense, we've talked about all year, they've given up only a pair of touchdowns in the entire season. Blank lane into the right on obviously a passing play here. Burks is back to throw. He's chased. He fires. He's going to throw way long. He does.
Oh.
We'll see. They drop the marker down there at the 39-yard line.
Tom, Eddie McQuillan made a mistake again back there defensively in that secondary, and was called for pass interference. The ball was overthrown, and Grand Rapids now has the ball on the Lumen Christi 37-yard line, just inside the 37-yard line.
First down.
Well, Ed, that's the second time. The second time, and the ball here in the 37, giving Grand Rapids West an opportunity. Last time, Lumen was able to stop him, but you can't hand him these gifts. This team can move it. Bill Birchtis goes the big guy. He slammed down to the 37. They got him. Mike Rock was hit by Pat McQuillan, number 6, who led the defensive hit for Lumen. Lumen is pretty well bottling up. Over the gutter, over the middle, on the 37. They've been able to engineer some running room on the outside, principally with Tom Doyle carrying the ball. It's second down and 10.
Second and 10.
Jim Chassis, number 44, steps back to the right. In the wing position there now. It's Bill Birch's back. He pitches to the big guy that they have on the He's down. He's hit at the 40. Lumen Christi really barreled into Mike Rock, and Jerry Harkness led that 3-man hit. They blasted him down. He had no chance to do anything, and he was hit down around the 40-yard line. The Lumen's defense called upon to do the job again off the second pass interference call of the game.
Third and about 14.
Third down will be roughly 14 for a first and 10. You can call pass and just about hit that one correct. Lumen called on a few pass interferences, and they can be injurious. So far, they've been able to do it. Full house backfield. Birchtis takes. He's going to throw it. He rolls to his left. He looks out here. He fires. It is incomplete at the 31. That was tossed out to Frank Lanin, number 86. Mark O'Dowd, the free safety, covering it. It'll be a fourth down. Well, Ed, Lumen Christi's defense has been called on twice on the pass interference, and twice in basically the same position on the field, except on the other end of the first quarter. And they've stopped him. And now Denny Makita, number 78, will be back in punt formation for Grand Rapids West Catholic, standing behind the 50 on his 47. Tim Schoenhardt downfield with Jason Schomer. Here's the kick. Upfield it comes. It'll hit at the 15. It'll hit at the 10. It'll go out of bounds around the 10. No run back on that one. And the ball went out of bounds around the 10. Lumen Christi now will have the football with a first down and 10. Running in their own territory. We have 8:21 to go in the first half of play from the Silverdome here in Pontiac on Channel 4 Summit Leone Cable Television. Making this all possible, my friends, Patrick Petroleum. Lumen Christi on top here in the game, 7-0. The Titans, the Falcons. Lumen 90 yards away. In fact, they're behind the 10. And now let's see what Lumen calls here. They have a full house backfield. Brian O'Dowd, number 7. They don't split either side. He takes. They're coming off tackle. Wells out to the 15. Warren Wells weighs 195. Actually, we have to concede the advantage to Grand Rapids West. Frank Lehnen made the stop in the play for Grand Rapids. Lumen Christi getting roughly 5.5 to 6 yards. They're calling it 2nd down and 4 for Lumen. 8 minutes to go now in the second period. If Lumen can win the title tonight, they will have, well, set a precedent, actually, because they would have attained the state title twice in 3 years. They won it in 77. Here's O'Dowd and the give, coming off tackle. Wells diving out to the 20. Warren Wells out to the 20, and I believe that'll be sufficient yardage yet for a first down. Defending very deftly where they marked the ball, it was Gary Sutko, number 63, who made the stop. And we have a timeout for a measurement. If they made it, they barely did, and we'll have to wait it.
Tom, so far, Lumen Christi doing a fine job in this ball game. Grand Rapids is an excellent football team, and we're gonna see a lot of exciting plays before this one's over. Warren Wells on the last 2 carries is now just picked up Christie's first down. He's just barely inside the zone 20-yard line. We've got 7:30 remaining here in the second quarter, I should say, which was in the ball game.
Okay, and here we go. Brian O'Dowd the call here at the 20. Hand off, and out for about 3 goes Warren Wells. They're not doing anything fancy down there. Out to the 23.5 maybe before the tackle was made. That was Stan Sinzik, number 81. Ball is just a shade across the 23. We're at 2nd down. O'Dowd waits. O'Dowd goes off the Bullinger. Bullinger leaps, and he won't go too far. He's across the 25 to 26-yard line. Fumble, recovery. Bullinger fumbling, and the recovery was made by Grand Rapids West Catholic, and they have a 1st and 10. That, incidentally, is the first turnover of the game. And there's one thing, Ed, you just can't turn that football over to a team like this. Now, Lumen have been able to stop them with great defense twice when they were called for pass interference. And here, of course, the fumble recovery with the ball on the 20, call it the 26. The West Catholic a first down. 6:45 to go in the first half of the game. Lumen's defense have to do the job again. They go up to the big guy, crossing the 25, maybe the 24, close to the 24-yard line. Warren Wells and Tim Schoenhardt, 32, Wells wearing 40. They stop. It'll be 2nd down. The board's showing 18. That's got to be wrong. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd down, 8 for a 1st and 10. 7-0 Lumen the lead. Jim Cassie set off to the left for the I formation. Jim Brooks is the quarterback. Here's the pitch. It's a halfback pass. He throws into the end zone. Hey! Got it! Dropped it! The ball was deflected. He caught it, and he dropped the ball at the goal line. Tim Bilicki, number 89. The Lumen defender back there, Ed Roman, you might explain that. That was Mark O'Dowd. He got a handle on it. It was tipped into the hands of Bilicki. What he did, he turned to go in the end zone with containment, dropped the ball. That was a sure 6.
Tom, I got to think back. I know I keep referring to Michigan, but that sure was shades of Mike Jolly in the Ohio State game just a week ago. I'm sure Mark went for the interception, and he timed his jump not perfectly, and he didn't come down with it, but then Bilicki helped things out by dropping the ball also.
That was the halfback throw. They went from the side. Jim Cassie sets to the right again. They'll probably throw again. 3rd down, 8. Here's the pitch. They go to Doyle. Doyle turns, and he cuts, and he's hit at the 23-yard line, way shy of a first down. They have to go to roughly the 16 for the 1st and 10. Warren Wells in there for Lumen, and the ball will be spotted down around the 23. So it's a 4th down. They have a 4th down and possibly a time call here. And the timeout will be charged, of course, to Grand Rapids Catholic West with a 4th and 8 and 5:42 to go. And Lumen Christi's defense has done a tremendous job. They have stopped this team when it looked not like curtains particularly, but Grand Rapids West Catholic had 2 golden opportunities. And what, though I hate to use the term frequently, but it's true, they had tremendous field position twice. And Lumen stopped them, and they've been called upon again following the fumble by Billy Bullinger. And with the ball on the 23, they have a very key, crucial first down. I say any down is crucial in a football game with the magnitude of this one in a championship game. The Lumen's called upon again to stop them here, and what they'll do in this situation, I don't know. I'd have to believe they'll put that ball in the air lane.
But Tom, in this situation, yes, Tom Rock, they're going to be keying on Mr. Rock. I don't know, maybe he's going to loosen up and spring these other backs. Is all pure conjecture at this moment. Now, whether he's going to start using Rock more in the as this ball game goes on, we'll soon find out.
Ball on the 23-yard line, 4th down and 7. 5:42 to go, first half. Lumen in front, 7-0. Crowd on their feet, at least on their sideline. They're up all over the stadium. Here at the Silverdome on a full house, and Versus will probably wing the ball. Here's a big play, takes it. He's back to throw a forward pass. He looks for somebody. He throws. It is incomplete at the goal line. Lumen had good coverage on the receiver, but he nearly got a handle on the ball. That was Frank Lennon, number 86. And Lumen had good defense back there, led by Ed McQuillan, number 22. So Lumen Christi stops this football team again. That's 3 times. Twice they turned the ball over on 15-yard penalties, on a fumble, and here they've got it again. They're on their own territory at 23. So here come the Titans. Let's see what they can do. Billy Bullinger set off to the right. We'll check on that for you in a moment. No doubt the give off tackle. He comes secondary, 35, 40. He's at the 45. He's at the 50, and he's across the 50. Tim Schoenhardt, number 32. He just would not go down and nearly got away, and Fritz Danasek, number 81, got him. As Lumen Christi balloons their way out of the 20 from the 23 out across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Clock showing slightly better than 5 minutes to go here in the second period. Electrifying run. It threw the crowd to its feet and thousands across the way. I would second guess, and I'm surely guessing, that Jackson has at least 12,000 fans up here to watch this one. The Titans can throw a lot of things at you, and let's see what they do here. First down and 10. McQuillan comes in motion from left to right. O'Dowd's back to pass. He fades to the 42. He looks. He throws way down here. It's intercepted at the 15-yard line. Jeff Lorenz intercepted the ball down around the 15. We'll see when they mark it down. The pass intended for Mark O'Dowd. They had good coverage on him. So Lumen from their 23 went across the 50 to the 49, elected to go for a bomb. It backfired, and those things will happen at times. That's been an effective device, though, used by Jim Crowley this year, successfully most of the time. And they'll spot the ball at the 13, where it'll be Grand Rapids West Catholic football, 1st and 10. So now Lumen's Christi defense goes to work again. Grand Rapids West Catholic deep in their own territory in the 13. Lumen leads 7-0. They go to the big guy. He's going to get hit, but he gets a couple of yards to the 16-yard line. Mike Rock's been contained pretty well. As I mentioned, the yardage they've picked up has been primarily outside. Tim Schoenhardt made the stop, with Tom Doyle doing a lot of yeoman duty for him. Ball's on the 16. It'll be second down, roughly 6 for the 1st and 10. Now we're at the 4-minute mark here in the first half of play from the Silverdome here in Pontiac. Out they come, but they don't go any plays. Maybe 1 yard. Boy, Lumen's defense on that right side just stopped that play completely. Jim Chassee, number 44, a blocking back, got the call, and he was met and he was hit. No gain, no loss, 3rd 6. Mark Conway's commit yard line. Boy, that Lumen defense was all over him. Pat McQuillan, Bob Smith in to deck him, and down he went back around the 12. And Schober. Back, here's the kick. A line drive to him, fumbles the ball, picks it up, and he is hit, dragged down. A face mask grab, possibly. Yep. They dropped the marker down there. There was a line drive kick, let's call it that. A line drive. Schomer had it. He fumbled it. And when he got it back, the face mask call, and you called that in before the official dropped the marker. We'll have the flag down, which we definitely do. Gary Simmons, 85, will be called for it, and Lumen's going to get good field position here with 2:44 to go in the second period. In fact, I say good field position. May I tell you, they bring the ball down to the Grand Rapids 33-yard line.
Tom, I think that punt caught Schomer off balance. It was a line drive punt, and I think it got there before he was ready for it, and I think he was kind of looking the other way, and it caught him by surprise. He recovered, but number 85, Simmons, grabbed him by the face mask. Bill Bullinger split out right, and here come the Titans.
Okay, here we go. We're going over the middle this time. They don't get far. 32. Schoenhardt next at the 32-yard line.
Ed McQuillan into the line.
Well,
Now by Zacco.
they call 22 after 32, so we'll be apologetic for that one. Eddie McQuillan carried it to the 32. These numbers are turning too quick. They're a little bit of a distance from the field. A 2, and a 3, and an 8. But we're all right.
They've just corrected themselves. That was Tim Schoenhardt, Tom.
Okay, it was Schoenhardt, so I was correct. So that I beat the man up there upstairs. Second down and 9. O'Dowd back to pass to the 40-yard line. O'Dowd looks. He's got a lot of time. He's chased. He's still running. He's at the 40. He's at the 35. He wants to go to the 30. He's going to get there. He's out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Well, they had those receivers blanketed defensively back there at Roman, and he had considerable time to possibly negotiate a receiver. Couldn't find him. He finally ran the ball out, and Franklin, number 86, got the defensive call on the play and did a job with it. So it'll be a third down and a long 6 for a 1st and 10 with 1:47.
Tom, I can't help but think a healthy Brian O'Dowd, who's had leg problems all year, I think would have been a little more daring and went upfield a little farther. He tried to get out of bounds when he saw he was about to get hit.
They send McQuillan outside. Inside of him is Bullinger. Single setback Wells. O'Dowd takes. O'Dowd's going to throw it. He's back to pass. O'Dowd looks. He's got a lot of time. They can't get in on him. He finally sails a pass into the end zone, off the far sideline. I've got to believe possibly that Brian O'Dowd has been told just not to run unless it's really imperative. I know he nursed that bad knee. He conceivably could have got some yardage over in here. He had ample time to throw, but as I say, the receivers were covered, and they would have done a fine job back there covering the receivers. That is Grand Rapids West Catholic has the Falcons, so it's 4th down and 6, and the ball is on the 28. Bullinger split to the right on the near side of the field. Blair is on the outside with Mark O'Dowd on a 4th and 6. They need 6 to keep the ball. They go shotgun. O'Dowd back to pass. Throws the skin to the middle of Blair. Blair 30. Blair's at 25. Blair goes to, I think he's got a first down to the 21.
There's O'Dowd to Blair.
They are at the shotgun, and he hit him first down. Lumen Christi with a minute 25 to go. Jeff Lorenz, number 24 back there. Got Blair. Blair was hit. He eluded one tackler, got down 2. They caught it right now at 22. A minute 22 to go, and the ball is on the 22-yard line.
22.
Lumen Christi leads the game 7-0 for the Class B championship. To the right comes Bill Bullinger. Tim Schoenhardt set to the left. Okay, we'll see if he throws it. Shotgun a minute 5. O'Dowd takes it. He's back to throw. They drop a marker down. He'll throw the ball, however. Loops it out. He got his man, but he dropped the ball, but he was out of bounds. He threw to Schoenhardt, but backfield a motion call against Lumen Christi will cost him 5. They want to get down. If they can't get the 6 in, they want to get down surely a bit deeper for conceivably 3 more points. They lead by 7. So that penalty will take them backfield, upfield, 5 more yards. We're inside that minute mark with 57 seconds to go. Lumen Christi on top of West Catholic of Grand Rapids, 7-0.
Tom, I don't understand this call. I guess maybe that's why I'm up here and they're down there, but I would think West Catholic with 57 seconds remaining in the half would want to keep that down box moving. 5 yards at this point in the field, part of the ballpark, doesn't really mean that much, and it still gives Christi 4 downs, and of course you can throw a lot of footballs in 57 seconds and have those 4 downs left.
Very correct, Ed. We'll see what happens. They have first down in 15, and they're down here on between the 27 and the 28-yard line. The motion comes Schoenhardt from left to right. They've got Bullinger deployed wide to the right. Wells blocking up in front. O'Dowd takes the ball. O'Dowd looks. O'Dowd rolls right. He's at the 35, and he sails one into the end zone. It is intercepted at the 2 or 3-yard line. Tom Doyle, number 32, may be an interception. Bullinger was the intended receiver as O'Dowd brings the ball in.
West Catholic, that's Ed Zitka. Here's White's kickoff. Tom?
Low downfield kick, bounce to the 30. They'll have good position off this one. They come upfield to the 41, 42-yard line. 1st and 10.
Kickoff by White.
Dave Yo, number 42. There was a ground ball down. Of course, that's a good kick majority of times. Hard to feel, but he got it. And they've got the ball up between the 41 and the 42, first and 10. Skalski made the stop for Lumen Christi, so Grand Rapids West Catholic first down. The opening sequence of plays here in the third period. Lumen Christi leads 7-0. Tim Balicki, number 89, is wide out here to the left. Bill Birchkus, the quarterback, rolling left and throwing out here, and completes and drops the ball at the 50-yard line. He had it, but he dropped it. And he dropped it simply because there was pressure on it. And that pressure was engineered by Bob Smith, number 82. He was out in the right corner, and they couldn't hang on. So they rolled him through on their first down. It is second down and 10.
Second and 10.
They set back to the right Jim Chessie in a wing spot outside of Frank Lennon. Here's the ball to Doyle. Doyle comes right, and he's banged out at the 44-yard line. Lumen Christi smeared him, but he got a couple of yards. Titan number 32, Tim Schoenhardt, the hit. Along with Pat McQuillan, number 6, the ball to the 44. It'll be third down. So in this situation, you yell pass. You yell and you jump about hit it to the nose. Doyle's come out of the ball game now for Grand Rapids West. Third down, 8. They send Tim Balicki. Tom Balicki, number 89, wide on the passing situation here. Third down, 8. Bill Birchkus takes. He's back to throw one. He looks. He's going to send one way out here. It is. Oh, incomplete. Balicki was down there, but not near the ball, and Lumen had that play diagnosed fairly well. And they had 3 men across. No interception, but it'll be a punting situation now with a fourth down, 8. And Grand Rapids West Catholic in their own territory.
Tom, Balicki ran a out-and-out pattern, and then when he made his cut to the left, he went to the cut left, and then he went downfield, hoping to draw that Christie defender up in front of him and throw over his head. But now Mr. Makita has to punt, and we've got Jason Schomer and Tim Schoenhardt deep.
All right, punting's Makita, and he kicks a high end-over-end kick. A lot of hang time on this one. They won't touch it. It bounces to the... well, it took a good hop for Lumen. It was down around the 31 or 32, and then it was first and 10. Lumen played that one wisely. It was a ball that hung upstairs seemingly for life when it came down. Lumen's got it, though. It took a good hop up to the 32.
Down by Miley.
So Christie now first and 10.
Lumen Christi's ball, first and 10.
Titans lead here 7-0 over Grand Rapids West Catholic for the Class B championship of the state of Michigan.
Tom Schoenhardt's in the backfield now in place of Bill Bullinger offensively for the Titans.
Okay, here's Lumen now with a full house backfield and a first down and 10. Brian O'Dowd the give, and the play, dump. Wells hit it to 32, no gain. Wells got the ball, and he was nailed, and that was Bob Booz, number 30, who hit it. There was no gain, there was no loss, and Bill Bullinger moves back into the Lumen Christi backfield.
Second and 10.
Bullinger back in, Sonart has come out. Now Lumen sends to the right, Mark Conway on the short side of the field. Schoenhardt wide to the left. Brian O'Dowd takes, throws over the middle. He's got it, and he's up to the midfield, across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Mark O'Dowd. Well, there's a patented play. Brian O'Dowd to Mark O'Dowd, and Lumen Christi goes across midfield for a first down. Jeff Lorenz, number 24, made the stop on him. So the Titans get out of, well, not too deep a territory, but surely they'd rather be where they're at. They're across the 50. Actually, they're in West Catholic territory, a yard in across the midfield stripe, and out come the Titans again. Conway steps to the right, Schoenhardt to the left. Brian O'Dowd, number 7, engineers the quarterback, calls the play, fakes the pitch right, he's the counter, and he's got his man down to the 42. Eddie McQuillan goes down to the 42-yard line. He just weaved with that ball, thinking one way and going the other. And there was, well, Bob Booz who made the stop. His second tackle here in the third period.
Second and 2.
Eddie McQuillan who made the runs going out. Bill Bullinger back into the Lumen Christi backfield. Second down, 2. Eddie McQuillan going for 8 yards. The ball's at the 41. Bill Bullinger set to the right. 8:45 to go, third period. Lumen Christi leads 7-0. O'Dowd. Here's the give. He goes to Schoenhardt, 40. Short 35, 30. Jumped at the 29-yard line. Tim Schoenhardt as they're opening holes now. The Titans offense. That was Tom Doyle, number 32, made the hit, and the Titans are on the move again. They're down to the 29-yard line here in Grand Rapids West Catholic territory. McQuillan comes in. They're sending plays in from the bench, very obviously, as Billy Bullinger comes out. Red McQuillan moving in. He'll be set off here to the right as they set their offensive formation. First down and 10 from the 29. Lumen Christi leads 7-0 in the game. A buck. And he drives, and he does, but doesn't get very far. Maybe the 28-yard line. Well, it was Zatko, 63, who got him.
Second and 10.
Schoenhardt stopped at the 28. Blair comes in now, and Schoenhardt coming out.
Zatko was hurt on that play. He made a fine tackle on Tim Schoenhardt, but he got hit in the head area there.
Eddie McQuillan set to the right. You got Wells and Blair as a setback. Second down, 10. We'll see if he throws. Brian O'Dowd on the give. Over the middle, they got Blair. Blair, 25-20. Down to the 20-yard line. He'll be short of the first down, but he'll be close. I don't believe it, Ed. I don't believe anybody in America has a name that's spelled that way.
Nick Appendulis.
That's very good. Lumen Christi third down, and they've got a long one. We'll call it about a yard and a half with the ball to show two. Eddie McQuillan moving to the far sideline for Lumen Christi. They're shooting these plays, and they got Schoenhardt back there. They got Wells back there, and that's Son Arch. On a third down and 2, Lumen deep in Grand Rapids territory. Off tackle, turning, diving to the 18. He may have a first down. Warren Wells. Go forward. We'll see where they mark it. Bob Booth made a stop on him. A flag on the play. We haven't had too many in the game. This would be holding. It would be 15 yards, and they're talking to Grand Rapids West. So that could nullify, well, very definitely will nullify a tremendous field position for Lumen. As the marshals drop, Bill Bullinger moving back into the Lumen Christi lineup now, and coming out of Son Arch. Well, a tough break. The holding call takes the ball back upfield to the 54-yard line. Holding call against the Titans. At least derails momentarily their drive. They were third down and 15. Where they were third down, about 2. 6:55 to go, third period. Lumen Christi leads 7-0. Bullinger set off to the right. Brian O'Dowd takes. Bullinger goes in motion now from right to left. O'Dowd takes and back to pass over the middle. Throws too high, but he had it open. He threw too high. They're going to do that. And he's going to go for the corner. A high spiral is going to go to the end zone. So it'll be Grand Rapids West Catholic at their own 20-yard line. You had to believe and think in terms of the possibility there of a fake, but they didn't believe it. Bill Hurst was the call, and he goes to the big guy, and he puts across to the 22, maybe the 23-yard line. He went to Mike Rock. There's a quick opener to the 24. He went to Mike Rock again. Flipped the ball to him, and he went shy of the 25-yard line. Third down, 5. They're going to run it. They're never going to get, let's see, I think they got a first down. Jim Cassini, number 4, off to the right in the wing position. First and 10 from their own 30. Here's Burtis on the pitch. They're going to kind of come around. They get a little bit. They go to the 33. Tom Doyle with the 32 stuck his head down as takes. He goes off tackle. He gets across the 35. Mike Rock is met there by 2 or 3. Burtis takes. He wants to throw the football. He throws. It's caught and dropped. He caught and dropped it. And it would have been a first down at the flag at the 41. Makita will kick. He stands at the 22. He'll kick from about the 27. Mendez. High kick upfield, waiting for that ball. Schoenhardt, 35, 40, 45. And across the 45 to the 46-yard line. So the Titans with good field position here on the first down and 10. They go to Bullinger. Bullinger turns. Bullinger's open. Bullinger down the far sideline. He's knocked out of bounds across the 40 around. Let's see where they caught him out of bounds.
That was Bullinger carrying the ball.
Billy Bullinger with a burst of speed turned the end. They come right over, and they stay. Dive down to the 33. Tim Schoenhardt on the 32. Well, Lumen's finding...
Serious, at least we hope not. We've got Eddie McQuillan split right, Tom. The Titans come out of the huddle.
Here comes Lumen Christi. Second down and 4. They're down deep in Grand Rapids territory. They go to Blair. Blair turns, cuts back, and he gets across the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Blair carried the ball.
And the Grand Rapids 29. They got deeper than this before, and then they had a holding call send them back. Full house. Off tackle. Buck Wells, it's a couple of hard-earned yards. At least I do. Wells set to the right. O'Dowd takes. O'Dowd fakes. He keeps. He looks for a receiver. He throws over the middle. It's caught, I believe, at the 13-yard line. Kozlowski caught that ball at the 12 or 13-yard line. He had a deep man he wanted on the give. They come wide right. White carries the ball to the 7. And Lumen Christi parking down deep in their territory now. Tom Doyle, we're back.
Titans have got to get something on the board, Tom.
Here they go, full house. Second down and 5. The ball is on the 7. Over the middle they go, driving 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He may be in on the 1-yard line. We will wait. They'll put that ball. They have first down, a foot away. Brian O'Dowd, the call will see if he keeps the ball. Full house behind him. He takes. There's the buck, a dive, end zone, touchdown, Schoenhardt. And Lumen Christi's out in front, 13-0 here in the Class B title game. Boy, as you look across there, look at that. There it is, touchdown. There it is on this huge, well-mechanized scoreboard here at the Silverdome. And the thousands and thousands of Jackson fans letting loose across the way. They're pretty silent on this side. Though I see a few clapping down here. I don't know. They must be on the wrong side of the stadium, Roman, I'll tell you. But irregardless of that, Titans on top here by 13. Here's the extra point attempt, and these are all vital. Now the Keppel attempted from the 10, puts it up, marker drop. Kicker's up. The kick will have to wait. Red, you may have observed that. I was watching the kicker. They're talking to Warren Wells.
Well, apparently it was just an offside penalty or something, Tom. If it's a personal foul or a 15-yard penalty, then it's assessed on a kickoff. But apparently it was just an offside or an encroachment of the neutral zone.
Here we go. Lumen Christi on top, 14-0 here in the B title game. 14 seconds remain in the third period. The 5-yard penalty is charged to against. Or charge two, either way you want to bill it, the Grand Rapids West Catholic. Consequently, they had to move that ball up, which they have done, from the 40 to the 45-yard line. Chris White will kick it. The college moves the middle backs in this football game, and they're out in front here. John Kaminsky downfield with Tom Doyle, the two deep men back at the 5. Here's the kick. Downfield, grab, fumble, back around the 15, the 20, 25, and down he goes, 27. John Kaminsky, number 22. A little bobblitis in the return. Lumen surely casting any aspersions on the great fans that Grand Rapids has. But Lumen's got them all over one side. Now here we go. Frank Lemon set off to the right. Here's the pitch. They come wide. Doyle does, and Doyle's met at the 25, and that great Lumen Christi defense has got him down. Warren Wells, number 40. He's hit at the 20, but the 28. Jim Chassie, 44, stopped, and that Lumen Christi line has been jumping. No splits either side. They're going to run the ball, and Lumen's got him at the 24-yard line. Tim Schoenhardt, 32, drove in and got Tom Doyle down behind the line of scrimmage, and this Lumen Christi defense has just done it. Fourth down. They lost 3 on that defensive play by Schoenhardt. It'll be 4th and 12. And Grand Rapids West Catholic must kick that football away, and Lumen with a 14-point lead should have pretty good field position at off this punt, because with the ball at the 25, he'll be kicking from back in the vicinity of the 15.
Tom, that's a different punter in there now. I don't know whether they're going to fake something or what, but that's not Mr. Makita.
I can't believe he'd fake. He'll never fake back there. He gets the snap. They got a mild rush on, end over end kick upfield. Lumen waits for it. Here's the run back. Schoenhardt has got the ball. Schoenhardt gets a block at the 45. He's at the 50. He twists away at the 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. And he's out of bounds around the 4-yard line. A tremendous return by Schoenhardt. Waits for it. Here's the run back. Schoenhardt has got the ball. Schoenhardt gets a block at the 45. He's at the 50. He twists away at the 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. And he's out of bounds around the 4-yard line. A tremendous return by Schoenhardt. Ed Romas. Down end over end kick upfield. Lumen waits for it. Here's the run back. Schoenhardt has got the ball. Schoenhardt gets a block at the 45. He's at the 50. He twists away at the 45, 40, 35, 30, 25. He's at the 20. He's at the 15. He's at the 10. And he's out of bounds around the 4-yard line. A tremendous return by Schoenhardt. Ed Romas.
Beautiful run. Schoenhardt. Very indicative of the play that he ran in the last play of the first half against Warren Fitzgerald. Just a fantastic run by junior halfback, Jim Schoenhardt. Number 88, Frank Haney, the punter, was the only man that could get him, and he got him when the Titans are down there again, as they threaten to go on again.
Well, I'll tell you, he broke a couple of fine tackles, but he got some great blocking up around the 45-yard line of Grand Rapids West. Got some great blocks, but he had a great run. He shook off a couple of tacklers, and I had him about 5 or 10 yards ahead of himself because I could see he was going down. They're at the 5, near the 5-yard line. And that play stopped as that great defense came in this time to Willard, coming with a 14-0 lead. Lumen down in the Grand Rapids West Catholic 7, a little better than 9 minutes to go in the game. They go to Blair. Blair at the 5, and Blair's met at the 5-yard line. West Catholic knows they've got to stop him here. It might be buried.
That earlier injury, although they've got their goal line off, they can still.
Schoenhardt is close, and Wells is deep behind him. Here they go. It's Wells to carry. Wells is going to be hit at the 4-yard line. Wells is stopped at the 4-yard line, and you might very well see him
win the ball game for the Titans, but Valaquette is not on the ball game. The Titans are going to go for it. And we've got a lot of 4s on the board, Tom. Fourth quarter, 4th down. The ball's on the 4, and they've got 4 yards to go.
With 8:24 to go in the game. Well, actually, here, if they don't make it, there's one thing you have to realize. If they don't with a 14-0 lead, this team will be about 93 or 94 yards, 95 or 97 yards away. And with Lumen Christi defense the way they've gone, they've got a job in their hands. Here they come. Bill Bullinger set to the right. 4th down, 4 yards to go. He comes in motion from right to left, and Brian O'Dowd waits for the ball at the 4-yard line. O'Dowd takes. He rolls left. He's going to throw. He's chased. He wants to throw. He does throw. It's intercepted in the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. He's trapped back there first. No problem. And a flag is dropped at the 11 or 12-yard line.
Plays the end sweep by Lansing Everett and the fake punt by Holt.
All right, here we go. Back to throw, back at the 11-yard line. Looks, he's chased. Lumen's going to get him. Down he goes. Down he goes at the 16-yard line. Wells got the hit on Birchtis, the quarterback. He wanted to throw. He looked. He couldn't find anybody. Lumen knowing they have to. I don't think they have time for a drive. Birchtis takes the ball. He pitches. It's fumble back there. And Lumen's got the ball at the 14-yard line. John Campo, number 75, pounced on the ball. Jim Chesty fumbled it. And Lumen has the ball inside the 15 and a 1st and 10. Boy, Ed, Lumen Christi was in a very key tournament basketball game years ago, and I was up at the Tennyson Field House, and I had them winning, and they were winning. And they saw a lead dissipate in the final second. So I don't want to say that they're in. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say they're close to win. Bill Bullinger set to the right. 1st down and 10. Down deep in Grand Rapids territory again. It's Blair going wide. Blair's at the 10. Blair's at the 5. Blair is blocked. Down around the foot line. He's at the inch line. Blair turned that defensive end. He got a good block. He can burst the speed there. Blair, of course, is a fleet-wing runner. He's a pony back, let's call him. And they'll put that ball down around the foot line. It looks like Lumen's going to make it in, Roman.
Down the official was right there. He ruled it. That ball is almost touching the goal line. Tom?
Lumen Christi down to the foot line. They're looking for their 20th point. They might get into this play. Let's hope they do. Brian O'Dowd the call. The ball's going to put away. A dive, a block, touchdown, Lumen. Warren Wells, number 40, goes in, and Lumen Christi might very well be the 1979 Class B football champions. They have question marks all over the scoreboard. And you know it's a touchdown if you're looking at it. You saw this game live at the Silverdome. Either way, Lumen's on top 20-0. They have not been scored on this one. Their offense has come alive. They've capitalized on mistakes. That's one thing the Grand Rapids West Catholic has not been able to do on this one. They had some opportunity. They had a couple of them on pass interference calls. They had one other break in the game, but they have not been able to do it. And Lumen Christi with a 20-0 lead might very well be walking in.
Tom, as it has been all year, it's Chris White holding and Keith Valaquette attempting the extra point. Here's the snap, kick. Perfect. Mr. Valaquette does the job again. 21-0. Lumen Christi, we've got just under 7 minutes, 6:52 remaining in the ball game.
Well, I don't know what the situation was before this game started. I'd have to say Lumen Christi was favored to win. But I don't believe they were favored by that many. There were some even in Jacksonville thought this might be doom night for Lumen. Not that they weren't Christi fans and they figured this might be it. Well, my friends, this is not it. Lumen Christi's going to win it now. They're ahead by 21. And all they've got to do is get the ball back in and they can ride considerable time off the clock if necessary.
Yeah. does not enter into it. It's just a matter of Lumen Christi tonight so far having superior ball club. Chris White kicks. And Mr. Yo has it again as he takes it to the 35, up the middle of 40, and up down to the 43-yard line of Grand Rapids West Catholic.
You can't call no more plays, Ed. They're gaining ground when you take the microphone. It's a good run back. 43-yard line. Lumen Christi Titan is down. We'll check him in a moment. I take a Titan. I'm an error. Doyle won't get too far. He just gets some yardage up to 47. To the 40, only cable television. Channel 4, full house backfield. Burkston takes. He's back to pass behind the 40. He looks left. He throws a one way out here. It is batted down to the 23-yard line. No flag. I look for a flag, Ed. Tom Balicki, number 89, the intended receiver. Bob Smith covering him back there. And they go to the incomplete forward pass. Third down. Gassi set to the left. It's a pitch back and a halfback pass. Doyle will throw it. He gets a rush. He finally fires out here. It is caught. Beautiful catch by Tom Balicki, number 89, down around the 15 to 16-yard line. That was the pitch throw. Coming wide right. Lumen's over the play. They're going to have him. Down he goes back to the 22-yard line. Lumen Christi Sonart led that defensive hit. McQuillan was in there with him. Number 22. Well, they have question marks on the board up there, but I'm not going to worry about that. Second 17. There's a fake to the halfback. A pass out. He's got him again. Balicki, he's at the 12-yard line. But you must understand, they lost 7 yards in the last play. Bob Smith.
Champions. They've got Redford Catholic. I don't know how that got in there,
but
how
they made
it's Detroit Catholic.
Third down and 6. Here's Burkston. He takes. They go over the middle, and they're going to stop the play, and they stop Rocky. Came back into the 12-yard line. Lumen Christi stopped the best runner they've got at the 12-yard line. And now it's a fourth down. Of course, they'd have to go for it. Pat McQuillan and Sonart's going to combine Lumen Christi hit.
The Titan team position down there in those beautiful yellow slacks. Dr. Harold Niekamp enjoying this ball game.
Yeah, Dr. Niekamp, a good friend of mine. In fact, he's sure my wife's arm for about a year. Here we go on a throw. They throw a flatter out here, and they're going to nail him at the 15. The ball was fumbled. See what they rule. Irregardless, it had, even if, it doesn't make any difference. Lumen will have the ball start, made the hit. But even had Grand Rapids West recovered it, they call it 35 to go in the game. They go to Blair. Blair secondary. Blair 20-25. Third with a 27-yard line.
Blair carrying the ball.
I'll tell you one thing, Ed Roman, looking across the way, very few Lumen Christi fans have departed. Christi lead 21-0 over Grand Rapids West Catholic for the Class B championship. Here they come. Outside, McQuillan hit at the 24-yard line.
McQuillan with the ball.
Big number 73 was in there to get him, and that is Nick
Appendulis.
Right to left. They'll go off tackle, and they do, and they get a couple, and they'll settle for the 27. Warren Wells going to the 27. I take it back. Wait. They have Sheldon at quarterback. To move Conway to the right. Lumen Christi third down and 10. Bullinger moving off the right. They work the pitch. They go to Blair. Marker drop Blair. Secondary 30-35. Blair to the 40. Blair across the 40 out to the 43 with a Marshall drop back behind the 30 at the 29-yard line. So that might very well negative.
To the right.
A minute 8 to go in the game. Third down and 15. Over the middle they go, and they won't get much to the 23 or 24-yard line. Ed McQuillan out to a couple of yards. It's academic, though, at the moment. Lumen will punt the football away with less than a minute to go. In fact, we have exactly 59 seconds. Time has been called by Grand Rapids West Catholic. They realize, I'm sure, they're going to lose this B title game. But I also believe that they'd like to put something on the board. I don't think this football team is used to shut out, Ed Roman.
No, we've got a punt formation situation. I think, Tom, the reason they've called timeout really the last two times was to get the ball back and try to get some points on the board and salvage at least some solace that they have scored on Lumen Christi, and as only two other teams have done in the 12 games so far this year.
Fourth down and 10. Punt formation for Lumen Christi. They have Tom Doyle, number 32, and John Perminsky, number 22, back. In a twin safety, and they're back near the 50-yard line. Bob Smith will punt for Lumen. This play will resume here in just a moment. Well, it's been a privilege for us to have beamed this game to you on this Sunday, and again tomorrow on Monday. Patrick Petroleum, of course, your host as a public service. We believe in community involvement. Pat Petroleum, you, Pat Patrick. Pat Whitney and the entire working force for Patrick Petroleum Corporation. Smith will kick. He stands back at the 13. He'll kick from the 18. He does. End over end upfield. Doyle back at the 45. Doyle runs laterally. He's trapped. Lumen's all over him. They're going to have him. Hey, down he goes. 45-yard line.
Doyle took that kick.
Marco Dowd, number 44, made the...
Matt LaFleur into that defensive secondary now for Lumen Christi, and also number 81, John Zazelski.
32 seconds remain. The game's about over. Burks is back to pass. He won't do it. He's knocked down at the 31. A fumble recovery, but they'll rule the ball dead. The hit was made by Tim Haynes. The ball is back on the 32. I believe this game will be over. Will not be another play. 12-11, 10. Here's the countdown to the clock. And Jim Crowley's Lumen Christi touch for the 1979 Class B football champions. The ball game is not officially over. What happened, Ed?
Tom, one of the Titans picked the ball up and threw it into the stands. It's going to be a flag on the play. He got a little exuberant there. No matter how you slice it, the clock had not run out, and it was an unfortunate situation.
On the other hand, I think he anticipated, as I did, that they would not get into the play and that the clock would run out. It's academic anyway you analyze it, whether they sustain a penalty or not. They've got the ball game won. They whispered the ball at field to the 47. This will, I'm sure, be the final play of the game. The only way it won't be would it be if their quarterback threw the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. For what reason he would do that, I don't know. So the exuberance cost them a few yards, but the game is over after this play. Lumen, the Class B 1979 football champion.
And for one play.
So they'll lay back and let him throw the ball. That's what you've got to see here. Pretty much prevent defense and see what they call on it. 3 seconds to go in the game. Burgess will take it, and this will be the final play. There's the handoff. Coming off in the left flank position. Lumen's all over the play. Kornitzky's hit at the 48. And Lumen Christi is the 1979 football champion. Lumen Christi has won. They have won the B title here in 79 as their students roar out of the stands. As this football game has come to an end. Grand Rapids West Catholic knows they were defeated by a good, solid football team. There's no kidding about it. As congratulations will occur right down below our microphone. Fans are storming out here on the beautiful green carpet of the Silverdome as the Titans of Lumen Christi have won it. They not only won it, but they won it well. They won it to the tune of 21-0. Yet